Yeah.
Better work.
Nice.
I'm also gonna let the few people in that are here.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Hey everyone. Thank you for
Hello.
joining. Nice to see you all. Just starting the stream, so we'll like begin in a little bit. But nice to see you all. Thanks for joining live as well. Like we'll have a bunch of people on LinkedIn as well and YouTube. But it's nice to see you all here. So if you want to participate, very happy to do it. Like we usually have very interactive sessions, so this is also a little bit of a glimpse on how we do like the classes. So if you have any questions, we have the chat, just send it. If you have thoughts, just send it. Raise your hand, like it's a very collaborative and open space. Um, but yeah, let me just hopefully start the stream for other people as well. But nice to see you all. Would love to hear where you're connecting from as well. If you want to drop it in the chat, just to kind of familiarize ourselves a little bit. Damn, the stream is lagging. But overall, I think we can slowly start. Yeah, so I appreciate you all joining. We'll be doing a session, a 1 hour session. Usually we have 2 hours and a half, so this is gonna be a bit shorter, but we still have some really cool things prepared. Basically, we want to introduce you to some systems and pipelines and also just image generation nodes and models. There's a lot to discuss and a lot to cover.
By the way, I have a question. How many of you already used Weavy? Or what's your level of proficiency in Weavy? Can you just drop down in the comments? That would be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. In the meantime, I do need to set this up. Um, LinkedIn
So
Live is
you
very
probably most of you have worked with node-based systems. So I mean, I will explain how nodes work if you haven't, but I think that most of you know what's the logic behind the nodes, yeah?
nice. Nice. All right, we see some people in the chat. Dipping your toes, not used to yet, but watched a few tutorials. Nice. Subscriber novice, been doing AI video gen for our brand for a few months now. Oh, dope. That's super cool. Love to have people here so we can all kind of interact. But yeah, I think we're good to go. So yeah, welcome again. Appreciate you joining. As I said, we'll do a bit of an interactive session. We'll cover some of the basics at the beginning, just so we all agree on the same words and the concepts and the terminology. Then we go into the use cases and look at the platform Weavy. We also have like a code that will give you some extra credits. So whoever like would like to go to Weavy and just try it out, we'll give you that as well. Basically, we just want to empower you. We want to see what you can do with this technology because people are amazing and sometimes they just need a little bit of a push and knowledge drop. So yeah, Luca, when you are ready, I think we can just start and get this going.
I'm ready. I'm absolutely ready. So today we're going to show you, as well as the session title says, Weavy.
Have
Weavy is
like a code that will give you some extra credits or whatever. Like,
yeah, confused a bit. Oh, sorry, AJ, what was the question?
no,
Okay, so if you have any questions, please put them down in the chat. We will be absolutely happy to answer them. So, all right, as I said, we'll be checking out the Weavy platform, and we found out that, you know, we used to work with multiple tabs open in a browser. And it was, I mean, we easily had 10 plus tabs for each and every platform for Clang, Runway, now VO, and so on. So there was absolutely interest to set up some kind of a platform to use all of those models to experiment, to production, to streamline our production work. And since there has been a couple of those platforms that are kind of an aggregate of different models for videos and images. And also we have ComfyUI, right? But ComfyUI is, well, let's just say it's a special tool for special people. So if you like struggling a bit and problem solving, then this is absolutely for you. But if you just want to, work and produce and create nice images and videos, then well, Weavy is something that I've been experimenting with for a while now, and I must say it doesn't want to be Comfy UI. It's not the same because with Comfy you can do almost anything. It can massage your foot. It can cook you a coffee if you know Python well enough. You can create your custom nodes. So it's completely um, um, completely open to work with. But as I said, it's a bit unstable. So at least 30% of work in Comfy consists of problem solving and finding what this error message means. So yeah, Weavy is something that it's not Comfy. Yes, it has notes. Yes, you can automatize things. You can do a lot of things, but it's stable and you can work in it 100%. So yeah, let's just see what the fuss is all about. So I will share my screen and awesome, here we go. So when you come to Weavy, you are greeted with this nice UI, and you can begin. I encourage you to begin with some workflow libraries, some templates, or if you are completely new, just go to tutorials and watch the videos. Um, it really does help if you are here for the first time. But let's just open up one of the one of the templates. I will choose compositor plus text node because I think that compositor node is a very, very powerful tool to use in Weavy. But before we do that, when you come to templates, you have to duplicate to your files. Okay, so this is a read-only version. So just duplicate to my files and you will get a copy of a template in your own files. All right. So how to navigate in Weavy? If you hold if you hold your left mouse, you can select multiple nodes, or just click on the node and move it around. If you want to, go around the canvas, just click on your middle mouse button and drag it around as such. If you want to zoom in and zoom out, well, just the mouse wheel won't help you. You have to press the control button and now you can zoom in and zoom out. If you have been working with other canvases, then this will come very natural to you. All right. So let's take a look at a couple of things right now. First of all, you can find your notes with search, okay? And for example, if you want to have, let's say, a Kling model, just type in Kling, and then you select it, click on it, and drag it on your canvas. Release the mouse button, and boom, you have your first note. If you don't like it, if you want something else, just press delete. Of course, the note has to be selected. All right. The other way how to add notes is to right click on your mouse and you can search. And again, you don't have to drag and drop, you just click on it and you will get the note. Awesome. So as you can see, there are a couple of icons here. Those are actually shortcuts. And you can just scroll down to your note collection. Sometimes you just want to, add a video node. So just press icon for video models. And as I said, drag and drop your node into the canvas. Awesome. So here is an image models. Here is a toolbox. So there are a couple of nodes that you will use all the time. So you have a quick access, and the the nodes that you're using the most will be set on quick access. So one of the nodes that you will be using all the time is, of course, prompt. So just hold it and drag it onto your canvas, and you will be amazing. Okay, I won't go through all of them, just a couple of them. Prompt router is a very cool node because um, you can connect, oh, how to connect the nodes. So yeah, let's go to prompt and let's use the C dance node, which requires prompt and the first frame. So here are the outputs of nodes, and here are the inputs. So most of inputs are required. Oh, those which are required have an asterisk over here. So you can go just with prompt, and when you are good, or let's add an image. So image is not here, but I think you have to use, so right click on canvas and use import or load file. And you can drag and drop your image, or you can click on it and let's select one of those and just connect it to, so you can see the node recognizes the file type. So we got an output called image, and now we can connect those two together. As you can see, oh, how to delete, you have to be very careful. It's quite tight. A little hand appears, click on your connection and press delete. This is how you delete your connection. All right. So as you can see, they have different colors, your connections and outputs. So you can't really, connect. Oh, you can, you actually can, but you have a red circle and, it shows you that you did something wrong. So connect image to image input and prompt output to prompt input. And when you're ready to go, you can click on Run Model. And when you click on your node, you have a couple of options here. I think that every node has a couple of options. Well, not the most basic ones like prompt and file, which is self-explanatory. But when we're dealing with models or let's say flux nodes, then you have quite a lot of settings here. So for example, C-Dance is a brilliant video model, and you can choose between Pro and Light. Okay. You can fix your camera so it's static, and you can, of course, select your seats. I'm happy to see the default seat is 42, which is a very special number. Of course, you can select your own seed numbers, you can lock it. It comes very cool when you are testing your prompts. So you have the same seeds, but you're changing something, and you lock your seeds. So you're just, getting differences in the input variables. All right. Are there any questions so far?
Nice. Yeah, this is like just an overview, I think. So if there are any questions so far, please do share in the comments. If anyone has questions,
Yeah.
also can raise the hand. We can have a bit of a chat. But we'll be going into more information. So usually it's nice to clear out anything that is unclear, basically. But looking great by Greg. So I think
Awesome.
good.
So every node has a cost here
I have
in
one
the
question.
right,
Okay,
lower right corner.
sorry, Luca.
Yes, go ahead, Thomas.
Mm.
Hi. So I've been using Weavy a little bit, and one of the things that I was wondering, like, it seems like I have to run each part of the pipeline individually, and I haven't figured out how to
Mhm.
run the entire pipeline in one shot. I don't know if that's something you'll get to, but that was my
Absolutely.
question.
Yes, absolutely. So right now we're covering the pure basics, but we'll move to production workflow in a second. So yeah, every note has a cost here in the right lower corner. So C Dance is very cheap. It costs only 18 credits, but you might be surprised when you select VO3. If you go to VO3, you will be charged 600 credits. So please be very, very careful about what node and which model you're using. So what I would do with, if I would want to use Google VO3, I would just use VO3 Fast, which is much cheaper. It only cost only well, it's not cheap, but it costs way less than the Google VO3 model. The quality is good. So when you find, let's say you're experimenting, and when you have a seed, you can click on the random seed so you can test your prompts, your inputs, and so on. And when you find the video you like, you just copy the seed number, take it to VO3, and paste it here. So you will practically get the same video, but with much better quality. So that's for quick ideation. So I will just press left button, select all of the nodes, and press delete. So let's quickly go through this very basic workflow. It has a prompt node, which is then which goes to the Minimax image. Images are quite cheap, so Minimax image is just 1 credit, and the quality is pretty awesome. All right, so what we can do with this image? First, we can go to GPT image 1 edit. So you can talk to it and say, add a floating old school white CRT walkie-talkie, which it did. So this is GPT image, but we have another awesome node, which is called Flux Context. You can use context or multi-image, but it will act the same as GPT image edit. And here we extracted the mask. So as you can you see when I hover over elements, it highlights them. So if we want to select more elements, just click on the element and press Shift. And now you will have 2 elements selected. Okay, this is very cool if we would just want to change a portion of an image, an element or such, or a background or whatnot. All right, so next one is Bria, content aware fields. So it deleted our astronaut, but we deleted the background, and now we have a background and an astronaut. And we remove the background once more for this walkie-talkie, and so on. And now you can just do the made extract, and now you can do whatever you want to do with those. As you can see, we merged alphas, we did a little bit of blur, we added text, and this is a compositor tool, which is amazing. You click on it, press edit, and now you can add different layers. As you can see, we can resize them, we can reposition, rotate, and deal with opacity and blend modes. And we have texts, and well, we can do everything with text. We have a couple of fonts. You can support your own font by contacting support at Weavy.ai. And if you are good, just close it, and the node will refresh everything. This is the new node. It's called levels, as you can see, and you can do a basic color correction with this one. I think that's pretty powerful. Yeah. So this is for a very, very basic workflow. And now we will move to something a bit more complicated. We will do some fashion images. All right. So as you can see, we can do a lot in Weavy. For example, we have a node called I have issues with this word, concatenator. Concatenator.
Checks
I
out.
will just call, sorry?
Checks out, yeah, concatenator, right?
Concatenator. I will have issues with this one, and I'm sorry about this. But yeah, we can do multiple inputs. So for example, we have the camera info, we have what kind of image do we want to have, what kind of things we want to have in the image, and this is what kind of clothing we want to see. So additional elements, we have the what kind of a style and the target audience, and let's add text. Weavy is awesome. It takes a bit of time because it refreshes the prompt concatenator in real time. So now we have all those things merged together. And of course, we can create more inputs, but I won't do that. Now, we have a node called prompt enhancer. So it uses LLMs, and those are our LLMs available. So we have Claude, Gemini, Llama, and GPT-4o Mini. And we have our system prompt here, and mine is pretty long, and you practically don't have any limits. But just be careful. Don't put your novels inside. But my prompt is, you are an award-winning fashion designer and visionary creative director who has worked with top luxury houses, blah, blah, blah. And you are also a masterful, detail-obsessed prompt engineer. So just to be transparent, I created this prompt in ChatGPT. So this is not my input. I just said to ChatGPT, give me a system prompt for, and I said, a creative for fashion industry and a very detailed prompt writer. And I got this. And I also added a couple of things here manually. So for example, just output prompt, no additional commentary needed. All right. And when we run this model, it will give us a prompt that is a mixture of all our keywords. And we will get a really, really good prompt. And when we are ready, we can start producing. So I will select all of my nodes, and I will just press run selected. Boom. And this is how you run everything. So if you want to run everything, you just, just select everything. It will say how much it will cost you. But as you can see, we are starting to get the images.
We have an interesting question in the
Yes.
on LinkedIn by Ricardo. Is the color adjustment superior if you do it in Weavy compared to doing it in Post?
I would say, I mean, I do all my posts in third-party software. So Photoshop, After Effects, Premiere Pro, It's just because you have more control. You have more options to work with. But if you need very quick and simple color correction, absolutely use the levels. Okay, so let's check it out. Our prompt was graphic hand-drawn swirl solid image. Absolutely yes. We have Balenciaga style. I don't know because I'm not a fashion master, but I also put add text. Weavy is awesome. And as we can see, we have Weavy is awesome on almost all of our images. Well, or not. But you can easily just press another run model and you will absolutely get one. So here is my text. If I want to add my text, for example, there are more, let's say Friday. It's not Friday, but as you can see, it changes my text in real time. Now press edit and you can reposition your text where you want to go. And do the blending mode, do all the things that you do in Photoshop. And when you're satisfied, just click on X and you're good to go. So what if we want to run everything at once? Yeah, why not? Let's do this. So we don't need to run those. We don't need to run those. So what we need to run is prompt enhancer. Let's just, for the sake of different image, let's put the different so young men of various ethnicities. Balenciaga, let's go with leather jacket. Okay. And let's say Vivian Westwood style. Target audience is young men. All right. And now we can just select all those. We'll also select the video node. Oops. And just run selected. So you can see that we have the order. It will start with prompt enhancer, move to Google Imagen, and so on. And now we can just press run selected, and it will do everything sequentially. So you basically can select all the workflow and press play, and you'll be good to go. And everything will happen automatically. Okay. So as we wait, we can check out a couple of other nodes, just for example. So we have, I'll just show it. So let's.
Just a quick checkpoint. I see
Yeah.
Thomas has the
Yes.
thumbs up, so Thomas is feeling it. But any
All
other
right.
questions from
Thomas.
we got like a lot going on here from like the prompt concatenator and like the LLM inclusion and a different image model. So we are already combining a lot of things. So I'm just curious how where do you land with all of this? Like how far have you gone into Weavy? Have you used different models? Have you combined prompts together? Have you used LLMs? Like what level does this land for everyone?
And while you are answering the question, let's just take a look. What can we do for inpainting? So let's just say our client says, yeah, the color is nice or the, whatnot, but I would love to have a red leather jacket. And you say, you got this. So what you can do is do mask extraction or mask by text. So I love to work with mask by text, and it works by having a segmentation model. So you just type in, you have to, type in something. So let's just say jacket. Okay. And input the prompt. And let's connect this image to mask by text. But I think that it will select all the jackets. Let's take a look what's happened. And yeah, as you can see, Weavy is awesome, or Weavy is operate, which might be a word. I'm not sure which one is, but hey, I'm not an English native speaker, so that might be a word. So we had an error here, failed to fetch assets from URL, but let's just press this manually and hope it will work. All right, while we wait for our masks and for our video, we can go a bit more detailed stuff. So, for example, let's say we need an inspiration, okay? So we can add the file and import whichever image you want. So let's select this one from Givenchy. And now we have a node called image describer, okay? So we'll just press run model and see if this works. Of course, it works. Evokes a feeling of bold allure, largely due to the dramatic red attire. And the thing is that I don't want to include the person from the image. So my model instruction is describe the feel and mood of an image. Try to define the color scheme and the camera used for this image. Do not expose any writings or logos. Do not describe people, just the style of their garments. And I'm using Gemini 2.0 Flash. All right. So that's our image describer. And we have everything. So this is still relevant, right? Because prompt concatenator, the output, goes to router because it's much easier to connect to other nodes. And I connect this concatenator to any LLM. I'm using Gemini 2.0, and this is my system prompt. Am I going too fast for you guys? Are you following?
There are a couple of questions.
Of
So I
course.
think maybe we take a moment and just have a bit of a discussion for everyone.
Yes.
So I'll first go through here. People want to see videos, that's the first thing, and then we will get the videos. So that's also the thing. All right. Question, Joshua said, I've been using Flora lately, but the 3D pipeline brought me to Weavy, powerful software. I completely agree. I think the capabilities of the models and different editing tools is just a really nice spot. And Jack has a question about the describer node. You find it a little superficial. Any tips on which models are best at this job? So as I understand, you're talking about image describer node. Yeah, Jack?
Oh, sorry, you want me to come on? I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Often I love getting references in, but often it just seems really quite short, and then I put that into another model, and it's nothing like it. But maybe I need to give it more in my prompt, and maybe there are particular models that are very good at actually seeing and describing from a kind of design aesthetic point of view.
Yeah, so you have usually like you have two options. Like there are vision models. So like in Conf, you have the clip models that are responsible for the text conversion. But also you have LLMs, right? Like the LLMs these days are pretty good at describing things. I think if you want very high level of accuracy, you just put an LLM with a very specific system prompt. So you give it instructions on how it should be describing your image, right? Because if you give it just like a blank, image with no instructions, it's gonna embellish, it's gonna go places, and it does feel superficial, right? So I think it's more about the question, like you need to add more context to it and give it more system prompts and give it like more structure that it will follow. And I think that will give you like the more precise results.
Okay, cool. Is there a way to like bring in your own description of how to extract the information? in a node? So could you give the custom instructions on how to describe the image in a pipeline? Or does that have to be in the actual properties panel? Does that make sense?
Yeah, Luca, does it make sense to you? I think
Okay, can you repeat the question, please?
If you could click on the description, the describe image node that you had earlier.
Yeah.
Can you see you've got the model instructions there? I'm just thinking at brainstorming
Yes.
workflows where you could have could you pipe in your own custom description into the model
Not in this one.
instructions?
Not
Okay.
not in this one, but you could do it in any LLM because you have system prompt, and image input.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. But I
Got it.
just
Okay,
wanted
that's
to,
perfect.
I think this is much quicker because let's say it's an LLM light, okay?
cool.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
A few questions on LinkedIn just to
Yeah.
go there. People saying Weavy is amazing. Great. Question by Alexandra. I want to merge several images together in one scene. Is it possible to have Node with Mask ChatGPT together and generate parts with ChatGPT edit model? First thought, yes. That's a very loaded question that would need to be broken down into like several parts. But yeah, I think that is possible. I think just for me, it's very helpful to think strategically and map it out into steps, right? So what is the first step that you're gonna do? It's probably you're gonna generate an image, you're gonna generate another image, then you're gonna isolate the subject, you're gonna create a mask, then you're gonna have the compositor node. So I think just break it down into steps and you will very clearly have a workflow, right? So everything that you put into the question, yeah, you can do it. Just make sure you have it step by step by step. Cool. Moving on. We only have like 20 minutes left, so definitely want to cover
All
them.
right.
But like keep the questions coming and we'll answer afterwards as well. So surely we will get to everyone.
So basically what we're doing here is merging our instructions from here to with styling of an image that we input, okay? So now we have a description, what we want, and the description of this image, and it's merged together in one prompt. So if we just run this model and run this, and then we can run all those models. And we can even use flux step model with the LoRa input. And we can upload our own LoRa, add the trigger word in the prompt concatenator. And yeah, we can work with our own LoRas, with our own styles, and so on. Now, as we can see, this image is those images are vastly different than the one above. First and foremost, because we have women and not guys, because it took women from this image. So my prompt here is not the best. I'm sorry, image describer is not the best. I could work on those. But we can connect all those images. So we have Google Imagen 4, Flux Pro Ultra, Ideogram V3, and Minimax Image 01. And we can, of course, set up our video notes as I have here. So we have our prompt, models posing for a photo shoot, animated graphic elements. And I used CDance for all of them, but you can, of course, add a lot more video models, and you can, ideate through all of them. We will run all the selected nodes, and we will get the video. Of course, you can be much more precise with your video prompt, with your motion prompt, and get much better images. But me personally, I quite like them. All right. So as we can see, we used SD3 in paint for our red jacket. And it colored only the whitest jacket, which is exactly what we wanted. All right. This one is still working. And yeah, we got our videos. So let's see. Okay. So our prompt is models posing, but you know, C Dance was trained on TikTok, so a lot of times you will get people dancing in your videos. But it's very, very awesome. I mean, the motion, the consistency, there is no smudging. Video models are amazing lately.
Yeah. And there was a question earlier about C-Dance, I believe. Does it work well with long prompts like VO3?
Yes, absolutely. And you can even do the JSON prompting. Not a fan of the word, but you know what I'm saying. So it even it even cuts your video to different clips if you prompt it this way. So yeah, we can now move to other workflow where we are using the JSON prompting. Just let's clear things out. JSON prompting is not a thing. It's just a type how you prompt. So you can get the same results with your ordinary prompting. It's just a selection of words. It has to be a nice structure. So JSON prompting is like camera this, ambient this, colors this, action this, and it doesn't have to have all the brackets and all the formatting that is in JSON. Just write your prompts nicely and structure, and you will get amazing results. All right. So let's go here. So I started with a movie poster, which I created, but I didn't, I created it somewhere else. So I wanted to recreate it in Weavy. So what I did is I imported the poster. That's me. That's, I don't know who, but it's a nice girl. And we have an image describer. I just put, hold up. I think that is the basic prompt. And here's my LLM note. I'm using GPT-4. This is my system prompt. I used my own face, and here's a create a movie poster, and here's my prompt. I think I created this prompt. Oh no, this is the system prompt, and yeah, image describer goes to the prompt. My system prompt is you're a movie poster designer without any images, and I fed output text to flux context. I added the image of my face, and I got a nice movie poster. I wanted to add building blocks and the villain of the movie, and I did it quite successfully while retaining all the details from the previous image. The text is not the best, but we are not here for text. The resolution, I mean, the quality isn't the best, so I upscaled it using the topaz node. All right. So I wanted to see this poster in different options. So my prompt is turn this poster into Soviet propaganda poster. And it did a pretty cool job. Of course, I did it with Flux Context Max. You can choose your aspect ratio and feed it to next Flux context. And my prompt was turn all humans into zombies. And it did it very, very nicely. And the next one was turn this poster into kids crayon sketch, very poor quality, no shading, and very primitive. And again, it did a really good job. All right. So I took this poster, the upscaled one, and I fed it into a router. And I fed it to all the flux context, another flux context nodes. And this is my prompt setup. So prompt, this is just, what you have in mind. You write your own stuff in this prompt. So like a cinematic image of a man with dark glasses on a rainy street. And you just run a model and you will get a nice prompt. So the model instruction is your job is to write prompts for text to image models. Your input will be a general description, blah, blah, blah. We got a nice, very nice prompt, and it's fed into the flux context node. Just run your model and you will get a nice image. So you can actually build your own storyboard tool with Weavy and get as many, images as you want. So what I did next, oh, here we have it. So black glasses, I forgot that in Europe, our glasses are not eyeglasses, they're just glasses, right? Americans say eyeglasses because, yeah. So I got sunglasses in rain, which is okay. So I put the prompt into another router node, and I can feed those by connecting to my video models. But I wanted to see how JSON prompting is effective. And here is my prompt. So acclaimed Hollywood movie director. And here is my prompt. So this is an example. If there's an image input, describe the image in details. If there's a characters in image, describe them in details, each separately. And this is my example. I borrowed the JSON prompt from someone else from LinkedIn. It's very, very long prompt, as you can see. It's a Tesla thing. It assembles and everything assembles in the video. And I fed this into any LLM, create a motion prompt for the image. So we have the prompt, the system prompt, the image, and we got the results like so. Let's take a look. All right. A couple of them are a bit silly, but as you can see, we have cut scenes and sounds and everything. It's beautiful, man. I love the modern video models. They are insanely good. All right. And the final scene, the hero and the girl are walking from the explosion, not turning around. And the final scene, boom. And this is how you can quickly create your own storyboards, change, add characters, change your prompts, and test them. So you can add as many nodes as you wish. So you can put in the runway, what else? The VO, and well, all of the models, and you can run them. Let's run all of them. and run selected. And of course, the speed varies between the models. Oh, missing input prompt, no worries. But yeah, some of the videos are created faster than the others, which makes sense. All right, any questions?
Yeah, so fantastic. First of all, I love seeing this sort of like process. So absolutely. Does anyone have any questions or thoughts on this? I think something that I would like to point out is that, first of all, I think this was a lot of information today. Like we have 1 hour, so we try to cover a lot, and I understand, um, it might be a lot of information to process, but you can go step by step, right? But I think the important part here is we have been moving in the recent year from just generating one single image to building systems like Luca is showing here, right? We have all the tools available, and Weavy is a really, really good example because it has the capabilities to build systems, right? So it really has moved from, hey, I want to make a pretty image to hey, I actually want to create a system that will be able to generate an animatic or a storyboard for me, or just a full concept design, or whatever is your use case. So I really encourage everyone, think bigger, right? How can you implement this technology on a systematic and organizational level? Because it's super fun. These tools are incredible. So yeah, any questions or thoughts? We would love to hear it. Yeah, Milos is gonna watch the recording a couple of times. Love it. That happens often. Yeah, we'll share the recording as well for everyone. Can you
Oh,
hear?
and by the way, we have some free credits for everyone who is attending this webinar.
Yeah, I've already shared the link, but I'll share it again just to make sure anyone
Awesome.
who has missed will have it as well. But yeah, admin asked, can you give us the JSON prompt?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we could even share this template, Luca.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I will share both of my templates.
Yeah. So definitely, I think the most important part is just go and do it. You don't have to build this whole system that we have done today. Maybe you can just make one scene, right? Go from prompt to image to video, and that's already a good start. We just wanted to show you how big and how much you can go with all of this. So yeah, these are super exciting, and I agree about the video models for sure. Cool. All right, we have 8 minutes left. So any
So
questions?
let me do something. Hold up. Die Hard. Let's take Die Hard movie poster and let's try to recreate it. And I will just select everything, and it will take a while, I think. Hold on. And it will cost me 2,670 credits. Something is still loading. What is loading? We'll just cancel this and run selected. Of course, it will take a while to produce everything, but hey, everything will happen with one click. And they just introduced, I think it was yesterday, they introduced, I don't know why I don't have it yet, but they introduced the batch version. So you can now, when you have all selected, you will be able to batch render it. So run selected 4 times, right? And yeah, it's gonna happen. So Die Hard, my face, at the building, Tommy Chan is a villain, and let's skip the upscaling. Oh man, it's awesome. I love this. It's beautiful. Yeah, so you just go outside, have a coffee, take your dog to a walk, and when you come back, everything is updated, fresh, in your browser.
We had a question from Adi on LinkedIn. Could you hypothetically run a full production flow connecting to multi-angle and have shots that can be cut together as if you had done it on set? You definitely can, but still it is AI. It is not, the shot, but you can definitely set up a system. I think as far as animatics goes and concepts, it's going to be great. If you're moving into the production quality, I think going shot by shot and having like more granular control will be better. But definitely you can create the whole flow here. You can just specify the angles.
I don't know what's going on. It should run all those models, but you can absolutely cancel it and run selected. But be very, very careful because you can spend your credits really quickly.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I think it's good to wrap up. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate. Okay, one more question. Okay, there's more questions. Have you tried the Flux LoRa in Paint functionality? I've tried it before, but I've been struggling with the masking process. Yes, you can in Paint. What is the problem with your masking? Could you elaborate? And Mateo has a question. Do you think Runways Act 2 will become available through Weavy? I think that's a question for Nita. Also, Nita is here from the Weavy team. So thank you so much for joining as well and helping everyone out and giving credits to everyone. I think Weavy is doing a really, really excellent job. So highly appreciate it. But yeah, Mr. Admin, to follow up with your question.
Hello. Yeah, I'm Luis. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I've been trying that before about the in-painting process. But sometimes when you mask the area that you want to in-paint using a LoRa, specific LoRa, it kind of just the result keeps getting the white, only the thing that you want to in-paint. I don't know if that makes sense.
So what you're trying to do is extracting a mask and then using LoRa to affect only the in-painted area.
Yeah. For example,
Yeah.
in my use case, there's a pet bed that I train the LoRa in replicate, and then I insert the LoRa to create the images, but from an original image that was created in Midjourney, for example. So I just want to change just the pet bed, but using the LoRa, and sometimes the masking process is getting quite difficult.
I don't have an answer for you right now.
Do you mask by hand? There are several ways to mask, and I think that's the important part to note as well. You can mask by text or you can draw a mask by paint, right? So I think that's the most important thing, that you need to have a precise mask on what do you want to change, right? If your mask is not correct, of course it's gonna paint all over. I think the second part is the LoRa strength and possibly the denoising strength as well, right? The denoising will influence how much of the image will be changed, right? So if you want to change a lot of it, you will need to increase the denoising pretty high to make the new changes to the image. Yeah, so I would watch out for this. Have a very good mask in place, so it's actually affecting the area you want. Then the LoRa strength, make sure how strong the LoRa goes, and then also the denoising strength, how much it will be changed. I think these are the first three things to just really dial in. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. It answers. Thank you.
Okay, nice. All right, cool. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate your time spending it with us. Hope you had fun. Hope you learned something. This was like a glimpse in the sessions that we do, like in our course, like we do these sessions every week, and it's actually 2.5 hours, and we go deeper, even though like this session was, you know, fairly layered with information, right? But yeah, for anyone who is interested to join us and spend 12 weeks with us, I put a link there. So we will be happy to chat and see, you know, how we can help you design your processes and systems. Otherwise, if you have any questions, we are here. You can also send us a message. I'm happy to help, happy to answer. And yeah, you know, just have fun, keep creating, make stuff, go experiment, have fun.
Have fun.
Yeah, and thank you, Luca, for sharing everything, like the workflow and like precisely going over all the steps. Highly appreciate it. I think it is on a very structured and methodical level.
Thank you everyone for attending this webinar. It was amazing. I had so much fun. I hope you as well. And I will definitely see you. We will definitely see you in the next one.
Yeah, it's actually next week. Anyone who wants to join, we'll be here next week, twice actually. We got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of cool workflows and a lot of knowledge. Cool. Have a good day, everyone. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.